What's up, cool cats and kittens? It's Famine from Famine Studios. How are we tonight? We are doing a late night lore-based build. That's right, I am doing this build entirely based on lore. My dirty little secret when I pose this, question to you guys, is I had a plan for if we went DC, and I had a couple of plans if we went Marvel. It came down to a tie. Flipped a coin, and I said Marvel. So I'm excited for that. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. We'll say hello. And it is Bjorn. How's it going, Bjorn? You made the first one here. Red, how's it going? My patrons popping in, showing some love. Ant. There he is. Oh, I get the two. I get two of them. Thank you. I love it when people compliment my opening. It's after 10 p.m. You know what that means. So let's see here. What was this? Weird. Anyway, yeah. So it shows that there's some folks tuning in. So we'll give a couple minutes for people to hop in. But I will. I'll start jack-jawing now. Start doing the plugs and everything, as you guys saw on World Makers Consortium. You guys are. I'm sorry, Bjorn. What's going on, man? I mean, if you want to talk about it with the chat, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. You can always message me on Instagram when we wrap up here. I'll shoot you a message or whatever. But if you want to chat with the chat or chat with me, it's all good. But I can start with the plugs. We have the TeePublic store here from Famine Studios, as you guys can see directly underneath. If you go check it out, there are new shirts there, and I'll actually wander us over and give you guys a little peek here. And this is behind the scenes. These aren't up yet. They're supposed to be up soon. Well, we've got the Famine Studios Fam Hub shirt and the Only Fams t-shirt coming, as well as two variants of this logo. So very excited for that. And again, that's over at Famine Studios there. So we took care. I didn't even share the screen. I need to share the screen, huh? There we go. Here we are. So we've got the Famine Studios Fam Hub shirt. We've got the Famine Studios Only Fam shirt. And then we've got these two variants here. So I am excited for that. Now, it's it's a bit of a party here tonight. I thought we'd bring on a dancer. So.
What are you saying?
There she is. What's going on?
What? This is really bright.
You are the first guest on the show.
I was on it before, right?
No, you weren't.
I wasn't?
No.
Are you messing with me?
No, I'm not.
Oh. What was I on?
Maybe on an Instagram one, or maybe when we were doing
we were on here.
I don't know about that. That sounds like fake news to me.
We went 7 hours or something, remember?
Bjorn said, yeah, dude, that happens sometimes. That's the curse/blessing of pet ownership, is sometimes you got to clean up, throw up and shit. At least it's from cats and not people. There you go. See, he's getting down. Shaking his ass. So, as I was saying here, I have the TeePublic store. We've also got the Patreon. Gotta plug the patrons. There are quite a few of them here tonight. Rad's over there, popping up. He's showing off stuff. Talk about the Rad, the goddamn Hasrad. Wow, Rad Labs. I fucking blanked out there.
Hasrad.
Bjorn is our first patron. We got Fat Red Foo. We've got Lord of Thane, Outer Multiverse, Triple D Outpost, Toy Domination. Thank you guys so much for helping keep the channel going. You guys, you help pay for, the various services. You guys help pay for the overhead camera, which we've been using a lot, which is super fucking helpful. So as always, thank you. And I will put up the link to that right now, and we can get moving on the making stuff, shall we? So like I said, my dirty little secret was that I had ideas for either the DC or Marvel for, Gimmick. As you guys have seen, I've done a couple of Marvel Star Wars characters. I did the Gamorrean Hulk. I did Star Prince, which was, Star-Lord. I've done Groot. And I wanted to bring in an interesting Captain America. Famine right on the first try. Yeah, I had that strong, and then everything just fell into place. I wanted to bring in a character directly to this universe, but from a different Marvel universe. And I want to make a version of Captain America who Scott Summers has picked up the mantle. It's not Bucky, although there's elements of Bucky. It's not, Tony doing something. This is quite literally, they were in the midst of their own version of Civil War, and Cap and Scott were, at odds, because that's usually how they end up. One of them's a cop, and, the other one's a cop that wants freedom. And essentially, they wound up at odds, but in the last minute, Steve Rogers sacrifices his life in order to protect Scott. And so when he arrives here, it's a very different Scott Summers. He's somebody who's adapted some different things from the battles in his world, and he doesn't necessarily know if he wants to go back. So let me swing this beautiful high def overhead camera here, and we'll get the image set up here so I can show you guys what I'm using. Again, every time somebody tell me to plug this in before the show, I should leave myself a note, like write something down on a fucking sticky postcard. See, I don't like sticky notes because I lose them. I lose them all the time.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then here I do this every time as I fight, because the thing is like, oh, that's not the way, and then I flip it, and then it's like, that's not the way either. It's like there's only two ways. There we go.
I was trying to figure out something to paint while you were painting.
Well, I was rambling. There she is. Let's get that out of the way. All right, let's bring her down. So, hey, thanks, Red. Let's bring that down even more. So I've got a Cyclops from the new X-Men 97 show. Big fan of the head sculpt on this. So I know I wanted to parse that right off of there. Really good head sculpt. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to set this body aside, because this body, I feel like if I trim this off, it could be a good morph body, or if I could just make another like 97 Cyclops and have a Jim Lee Cyclops. But that's there. Love this Captain America body. This is the Winter Soldier, borrowed his World War II digs from the museum suit. It's in really rough shape. I got it used and abused. We're going to be even worse to it, so let's get rid of that head here. This arm's got to go, because like I said, there will be some elements of Bucky. I'm thinking in this universe, perhaps Bucky's deceased and Steve lost an arm, and so they did the kind and logical thing and gave him Bucky's arm as a reminder of his friend. And in this universe, that type of shit, I guess, is completely normal. So we're going to do that. But not only is it going to be part of Bucky's arm, there is going to be some Stark tech. I got this custom Ultron, and I like it, but I never quite loved it. So what I want to do is scalp the bottom forearm from this, so it can have the Stark tech repulsor on there as well. I think that'll be cool. So he can, blast with whatever, tech that's in there. And also he can use his ocular blast to zap some stuff. So that's what I got going on here. I think when Zilla died. Yep. I'm going to pull you off. When you pop back in, you're good. How many powers of articulation points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9 points. So we're going to soak this arm for that guy, and we're going to soak this guy and get his metal arm. So we need this guy's metal arm. What I did right before I came in here, that's hot, is I did the old microwave cup of boiling water, and now we're using the Famine Studios tried and true method of drowning your action figures until they tell you what you want to know. If you guys have seen the reel, you know that gag. And aside from Bjorn having to clean up some gross throw up and stuff, how's everybody doing? Yeah, you get it. He gets it. So we're gonna pop this arm. Oh, he might be here. He might be back. Is that warm enough to pop that out of there yet? Nope, not yet. Actually, might need to reheat this damn water. Good. I'm glad you're better now. That's honestly, that's important. Yeah, I actually may need to reboil this water. This water is not super hot. Let's see how it did with Cap. Put Bucky back in just for the meantime. Or I may need to crack some torsos. What'd you call me? Yeah, I guess I'm going to zoom into the other room and put this in the microwave. Bear with me here. I'm going to throw up our favorite hold video. And we're back, cats and kittens. Sorry about that. I have a kettle, an electric kettle, but I was like, I shouldn't need that, which turns out I was wrong. So we just get these guys in here. Get in there. Tell us what we want to know. There he is. He's back. He's black. And he's live on stage.
I thought that was coffee.
No. That's
my internet is so foolish.
I see that. Like, what's going on with that?
Oh no.
It's because of all
it's
the
happening again.
The sick music that we're listening to.
If it happens again, I'm done. It's my end.
I know. I wish it wouldn't suck so much. Like, why is it like that?
I don't know. It's satellite internet, so.
Oh, you get one cloud and all of a sudden it doesn't work, huh?
It's really awesome when you're watching anything on TV.
Yeah. Especially you get on Pornhub and it just nothing. Yeah. You get like the plot and then it just freezes. That's it. That's all you get. So you're like, what's going on? Why is that teacher stuck in a dryer? What's happening here? And then you never know.
That's not his stepsister.
I know what you're into. I said teacher. Jesus, get your
Oh.
mind out of the gutter.
That too.
You know where your head's been. Crock pots.
I
Oh, that's
don't know what customs do. I think there's something I had to finish.
a solid. Yeah, that fucking bubblegum tank you needed to weather.
That's a lot. I don't need something that big to do. I was gonna do Ant-Man on a Joy Toy body.
That's a cool idea. Hot.
It's like a tactical Ant-Man.
I feel like all Ant-Man are tactical. All Ant-Men.
Ant-Man.
Oh.
Ant-Man.
All right.
I could make another Bad Batch Omega.
So
That
that's
will
interesting.
pass.
Hmm.
What's
Normally-
interesting? What'd you do?
Oh, fucker.
How'd you break?
No, I didn't break anything. It's just so fucking in there. I may have to crack torsos, honestly. Unless I'm fucking stupid. Nope. Bucky's arm came out. That's good. Now he's Mrs. Nesbit. I'm over here having Darjeeling with Mrs. Nesbit.
I think I'm gonna work on my Rogue One Jin Erso. I just have to glue her scarf.
Boy,
She
that
got
fucker's
pretty cool.
in there.
Oh, language, man. This is a family program.
No, it's not. Ain't nobody's family want to see this.
Not true.
Let's see. That's out of the way. So Bucky at least is done. I need to heat up his arm again.
Dang it, I just dropped her helmet, but
You dropped Ant-Man's helmet or Jin's helmet?
Jin. I'm doing a little scarf on her. That's not gonna look like that.
I feel like with that scarf, she looks like Han Solo. Like your Han Solo that you got up there.
A little bit. Maybe they'll roll together. They'll pirate some stuff together.
What are we never minding, Bjorn? What did I miss? God, I missed something. Could also put that Bucky head on something else.
Which
I remember
Bucky
when
head was it?
The Winter Soldier one from the Marvel Universe line when they did the movie figures.
Oh,
Here, this one with the goggles.
that's cool.
Yeah, I could put that in my plate of heads. Same with Cap's head. But yeah, I think I remember when these came out, they were a big deal. I remember the first person to use Bucky's torso and possibly legs was Chewie, aka Diorama Filler on Instagram. And that thing really dry brushes out great. It's got a lot of detail.
I don't know how I want this scarf to go. Probably should figure that out before I glue it down.
Yeah, I would. At least that's what I would do. Old family would do. Can't relax after work. Yeah, man. Sometimes it's tough to turn the old brain off and just like chill out. There's been plenty of times where I've been stuck like that.
You saw my K2SO before, right?
Yes.
Well, that's the Jin that's from those pictures with this guy. They're together.
Okay.
Yeah. Put it on a AIM Fortnite body.
Mm-hmm.
Make him a little more aggressive.
He's a little more thick.
Thick boy with 2 C's.
Mm.
You have that time, man.
Yeah, I really am. I usually never have this much issue boiling and popping.
Yeah, motherfucker.
No, it's just normally, when things change and I'm learning to move forward. But like usually, I don't have this much trouble getting joints out of their sockets like this. That Cap one's really fucking in there.
I am using, was it Eileen's Eileen's
tacky glue or fabric glue.
Fabric Fusion.
That's the shit. That's what I use right there for my my fabrics for toys. Yeah, I considered getting black chrysanthemum to just fucking rip these arms right off, but disconnect a peg. You got.
I've been sitting on finishing this for like a year.
Yeah, so what's stopping you?
My brain's always doing something else. It was done. I folded it for the pictures to make it look like it was there, but I never glued it, tacked it down, so she was never entered into Amarak Spot officially.
Oh shit! So she's just been kind of like a fucking grifter hanging out there posing, like, oh yeah, I'm part of those.
She's in the almost done box.
In the almost done. I was thinking about that the other day. The amount of shit that I've got that's like almost finished, but I haven't finished yet.
So much.
You got a question in the chat, my friend. Oh, put it on the screen. Those lights in your IG post string lights, I missed the live.
Yeah. The ones that like kind of look like dots, yeah, those are just the regular LED lights, string lights. And I painted them black.
You painted the string black or the lights black too?
Everything but the lights.
Oh, okay.
Just blacked it all out.
So you were just like, listening to the Stones one day and you were like, I gotta paint these black?
Oh, crap.
What's up, Audi? Your penis fell off.
No, the leg on this guy. What did I do with the body from the other guy? That's weird.
You're just over there stacking bodies.
I'm missing one.
Did you use it for another custom, perhaps?
That's what I think happened. I just can't think right now which custom it was. I know I sent a couple of Dom. They were on some of these backs.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I realized that I got to crack the torso, but at this point, I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned, frustrated Teenage Famine customizer way.
There you go.
And in the words of shitty Bill O'Reilly, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, do it live. Hey, some AT guys I want to finish up.
And where are you? There we are. And look at that. He's saying hi to everybody. Everybody, Audie's in the chat. Say hi to Audie.
Hi, Audie.
Hi, Uncle Audie.
Hi, Brian. Hi.
Hey, Brian. How you doing? Okay, let's see. Let's get...
I was going to make this guy into a monkey guy. I just have to paint his neck.
You and your monkey people. I love it.
Like the monkeys. Hey, we're the monkeys. We like monkeying around.
I thought people said they were monkeying around.
I don't know. I don't know how the words go, dude. You know this.
You just work here, right?
You know I don't know things.
There we go.
I know parts of stuff.
We got an arm kit bashed. So now we can just kind of...
What was I doing?
Two dudes at once, I think is what it was.
I don't think I can take that.
I think you could. I believe in you.
I'm a pretty beefy boy, but...
Right. So now...
As in the words of Mr. Radke, playing with another man is a sin.
Oh my god.
That boy's crazy.
That man's
that
not
sucks. Like, someone with that much talent, you know?
Yeah. And there's a million other fucking things to pick on, a million other types of people to bother. Like,
or just leave it alone.
Yeah, like, just children, bro. Like going after children and fucking picking on them. Like, get a life.
Not a good role model.
Well, this is weird. So this was a custom figure. So
I'm surprised his wife is okay with that.
That's dude. And she works with Nyla Rose, who is a trans athlete. Like,
and she's an advocate for LGBT.
Yeah, no, she's an advocate for LGB. Stop.
Or what? I don't know.
Because, like, could you imagine if you were your wife was super racist? Like, would you stay with her?
No.
If I found out my girlfriend was like picking on fucking kids online for being, any part of the LGBTQ or anything like that, there would be no like, oh well, that's my partner. Blah blah blah. It's like, no, you're fucking shitty enough to pick on children. Get out of here.
Yeah. The awesome world we live in.
Isn't it great?
We gotta have all that shit to have good, I guess. It's unfortunate.
Oh god, there's a piece loose inside of his torso, and it's gonna drive me crazy.
Hey, I got a Plo. Is that his name? Plo?
Plo Koon? Yeah. Nice.
It's actually articulates really well. It's not swapping his body, but hey now. Oops. That's not good articulation.
What'd you
Take
do?
that all back. Nothing.
He's just in pieces. Nothing. I didn't do anything. Bjorn, we were talking about shitty Ronnie, what's his name, Radke?
Yeah. All right. He's great vocally, though. Like, I was in show choir for many years, and he's got a good voice, in my opinion.
So was I, and he does have a good voice, but he's still an asshole.
I know he's a piece of shit. I know. Like, this is him too, right?
Yep.
I got two heads I could use.
So this is fascinating me. Pull this a little closer.
This is more the animated, though. I like it.
Should fit right in there. That should socket right in. It's warm enough.
Yeah, they straight up put him on like someone else's body.
You did?
I didn't. Someone did.
Oh, it came in a lot or something?
So Ether did. Wait, who's this guy then?
Sassay 10. Say 10? Zendaya? I don't fucking know.
Zendaya. They're one of these guys.
Oh! Good, send him to me, would you?
Actually, I put some clothes on the Iron Man I'm sending you. I got this at the dollar store. You could make them work. It works, man. They got a little Velcro on the back. They famine like that.
Come on, you silly man. That should just pop right in, and yet not.
What is this species called?
Oh, fuck. Gran?
A bunch of these guys. I think they'd be fun to put on some different bodies.
Absolutely. Aliens, dude, fucking aliens are cool no matter what.
Dude, I think his head on a Warhammer would be cool. I got that Warhammer from Orphanauts. I still gotta give a body to.
Do it.
Do it! Do it now, fucker! Bring me the gun, I'll fucking do it for you!
Do it now. No.
I used to listen to ICP when I was a child.
Oh, you were down with the clown?
Well, it was just so appalling that we were like, what is this? We were just infatuated by it. And my older cousins would listen to it because it was bad to listen to, so we had to listen to it. Like, we had to do it. That's so loud.
That's actually how I was introduced to them, was by my cousin, because he was listening to them because they were bad and he was being rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, there's other ways to be rebellious.
So funny. But yeah, they're like a suicide hotline. So if you really need help, don't listen to me. Actually, call the suicide hotline. But they were awful on it.
Yeah. There we go.
And I just remember it's like stuck in my head. Dude, his arms pop right off too, so I can use his hands. Love it. Now I got this cool fat body. Did his feet come off too? Oh, that's awesome.
Do I want to go with that? Is that how I want to do this? Or do I want to do the Bucky forearm? Do a hand swap, because that hand looks monstrous.
Do you want this stupid body? I can send that to you. So
Yeah, I'll use that.
Barely there's no feet or hands or head.
Yeah, you know me.
The coat doesn't come off.
This is a tool. Anybody who's paying attention and thinks that it's anything else.
That was your stuff.
Sorry, Mr. Barnes, but your fingies is coming off.
Whoa. Hey now, hey now. I don't want you to get clean. I should stop. It's so close.
It's wild because like sometimes people will do that. They'll just joke around and like start singing a song and be like, "All right, I don't want to get
clipped."
Yeah, you don't want to get that. And then it turns out like they are like, "Yeah, no, that's our song," and it's like, "Yeah, but we sucked at singing it. Like, what's?"
If anything, someone went and listened to the real thing because I suck so bad. Like,
yeah. What's that, Ant? Grab up 118 Morphonauts. Inspiration. Very well.
What? What Morphonauts? I really want you. Yeah. They're great. They're excellent. I just did a custom Amarakian guard with that ghost female body that he has, and I really liked it. Someone asked me today if I would he lives in Saudi Arabia, I believe he said, and he was wondering if I could buy one and paint it for him, and I was like, dude, I don't got time. He's like, I'll pay for everything. I was like, I don't have the time. I don't have the passion to do that. Like, I wouldn't look forward to it.
You don't want to do it as... Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to do it as work. You just want to do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
Which is fair. There are certain people who, if they reached out to me and they were like, hey, Famine, would you consider making me a figure or whatever? I'd fucking absolutely do it because I'd look forward to it. But a lot of the times, like, customs that people have asked me to do recently are so fucking plain Jane boring. I'm just like, nah.
I'm thinking, like, I would rather sell him the one that I did and get another one to do in different colors. I just don't want to do the same exact scheme again. Like,
right.
I hate painting things the same twice. Like, I like with when I do my guards, I'm using the same colors schemes palette, but I can change them up. They're all unique.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I like that.
I really, really dislike doing the same thing twice. And we do. Remember when I did the quantum suits, bro? The legends?
Didn't you do everybody?
Yeah, I did everybody. I did War Machine. I did Hulk. That was a crazy build that I copied off of someone. I shouted him out in my video, but he did it first, and I just copied him, and I was like, that was so cool. It was like the Thanos Build-A-Figure pieces mixed with Hulk, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I did it like 3 times the whole team. That's a lot of white paint before I found a good white paint. Like now I have a paint that's pretty good, but whoo, oh, like coats and coats and coats of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't know how to like chrome stuff out perfectly. I don't know. It was a long process, but I did like 3 of them. A guy wanted the whole set. I don't think I did 3 full sets. I just did 1 full set, and he paid me like $700 plus extra for the Thor, Hulk, and War Machine were extra.
Jesus Christ!
Like, yeah,
that's good money, no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll pay more. Whatever, man. He sent me the money up front and shipping and everything. I was like, all right.
Goddamn.
Yeah. So.
Did you give him a kiss on the mouth?
I don't even know who he is. Like, it was all through eBay. He found me on eBay and then he started texting me. That was the easiest way. He bought one on eBay. Then in the message, he dropped his number subtle, like in this, you couldn't tell it as his number.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him and he's like, "Hey man, I want to buy everything." I was like, "Oh, all right." So we both got a letter from eBay too, because we were communicating, and they figured it out. They're not stupid over there at eBay.
What
they
did their
are.
letter say?
Something like, if you continue to talk about like other platforms or reaching out to each other and any, because like I took the other stuff down after we had a conversation, but I sold him an item, but I took down like the other 4 or 5 items.
Ah,
yeah, they kind of caught on.
Yeah,
that was back in the day.
There, buddy.
It was back in the day. Now you can probably get away with it. There's a lot of shitheads on there. But yeah, so my favorite one was the Thor, because we had no idea what Thor was going to look like. None of the action figures were out for Thor. They had everybody but Thor before the movie. So I took whoever, I don't remember what body it was, but I was like, maybe he's going to be like a crazy space Viking. So I put like Hulkbuster boots on him and like really went out there, made this huge royal cape. Like it was this like crazy space Viking.
Yeah.
And used a bunch of weird pieces from stuff, and it looked crazy. And yeah, it wasn't. I knew he was going to be different than everybody else, but I didn't know he was going to be Fat Thor. So, but I knew because of the way that the toys, like just the way the toys were working out, that something was going on with Thor. Something weird was going on.
Yeah. I liked his final look in Avengers at the end when he powered up.
Yeah.
Because his fucking beard was all braided and shit. Like he looked like a genuine fucking
dude. Wheeling both fucking weapons, bro. Throwing it over to Cap. Dude.
Yeah, it was so good. And for
just
those
watch
playing
it.
along at home, I'm looking for a hand to articulate what'll be Cap's other hand, or Scott's other hand, depending on what you want to call him.
Scotty Cap.
Old Scott Cap in the world of tomorrow.
Scotty Cap porn, and I don't care. I want to go grab more. I don't know. Should I do the Morphinat's body, or should I just do a regular?
You do what makes you feel happiest. Call him Scap.
Scap America.
Scapped in America.
I don't know what I should do.
I mean, I could do that. All right, boys, we're doing some plastic surgery. Womp womp.
I don't know what to do.
Don't you love it when Famine puts you right on the spot and like, come paint Marvel thing or make a custom, and you're like, I'll see.
Well, I have things Marvel I want to do, but they're going to take hours, so I don't want to start them. But Go through the Morphonauts box.
Wait until y'all see what I do with Iron Man in this little world of mine.
They're gonna do like a balloon animal or something. Wait till you guys see balloon animal.
That would be fucking hilarious. If I was like, check this out, guys, and just started tying a balloon off. Oh my god, that would be the funniest shit in the world.
They should have that. You know how they have like I'm sure they do, but you know how they have oh man, Babel? They should have that for balloon making.
My friend Ellie is a trained clown that does those, makes balloon animals.
Does he teach a course on it?
I don't know if she does or not. She went to clown school, so
I thought it was a guy's name, sorry.
Nope.
I assumed.
Oh boy.
And what does assuming do?
Get you fucked in the butt.
Nope. Maybe. Yes?
I knew it.
It wasn't it, but it's an ass out of you and me.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot I had a dope ass Batman from Morphonauts too.
Can dig that. Ah, Andy can do the fucking zappy.
Is that it?
Yeah, the little fucking touch his visor and zap. You found a Captain America Iron Man figure. You mean you found Iron Patriot?
Yes.
That's not me being a pedantic nerd. That's me asking. Is that what you mean?
No.
Actually, you meant that you found a...
Push some glasses up. I can't see you, but I'm assuming. Again, I'm assuming.
Yep, you found Iron Patriot.
Have we learned nothing?
You've learned nothing, sir.
Iron Patriot, that's one of my boys. Oh, you should see the custom I did on my page, Zilla, on Instagram. I did a cool ass roadie.
He did do a cool ass roadie.
Wanted to kind of give him a retro, rustic look.
I thought Ass Roadie was a weird name for him, but it works out.
Ass roadie? What?
All right, so I'm going to take the star off the costume because in place of the star, we're going to make an X-Men symbol and put it there.
So I cheated. On this Morphonauts, I painted them all gold.
Nice.
For a base coat, just to be fun. And now I can get the fucking head off!
Yeah, see? That's what I meant, is he could touch his visor.
Touch his visor? Wait, is Scott Summers Cyclops?
Very
yes,
good.
You already went over that. I was in and out earlier. Oh, that's not how you guys take toys apart. Don't do it like that.
What'd you do?
Fuck. Just broke the peg because I took it off with a knife. Like a fucking Viking. Oh, I'm a silly goose.
Your favorite roadie is the road dog Jesse James? Bjorn? Oh, you didn't know? It cracks me up that he begged Tony Khan for a job over and over and over again, and then would harass him about AEW and then beg him for a job over and over again. Huh, I just cut my finger off.
Your butthole better call somebody.
Oh, yes, it's me, back once again.
Oh
with the B-A-double-D, badass Billy Gunn. You know what sucks about the surgery? Is like, fucking my arm is so useless still.
I messed this peg up. I should have not done that. Should have heated it up before I did craziness.
It's where you flew into a Viking rage and went Berserker Claw. So I know some of the people in the chat haven't seen the X-Men 97 finale yet. Josh, have you seen it?
I have not. I think I'm 2 episodes behind.
You should just sit down and watch it all at once because it literally is like a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. I waited until all 3 episodes were out, and then literally I was about to sit down to watch them, and some fuck on the internet had to be the first one to make a meme showing all the things that happened in the episode, and I'm just like, you useless cocksucker. Like, it wasn't even like I was on a Marvel page. Like, I don't follow any of those pages on my social media because of that, like spoilers and stuff, and still it was like, you may want to follow this page that fucking does this thing, and I'm like, you bastards. So that was nice.
What a piece of shit.
Yep. I'll never understand that part of the algorithm. Like, here you go.
This custom might be a lot more work than I anticipated.
What's your plan? Are you making another Amrakian guard?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
I'm not sure which foot is which.
Me, fucking 3 a.m, trying to put my Crocs on to go outside. I don't even know which one of these feet is which.
Dude, it's really hard to tell. Have you ever seen this guy's feet before?
No. I try not to look at guys' feet. I'm like Rob Liefeld. I just will not.
Today's your lucky day.
Like feet? No. No, thank you for me. Where does it stream? On Disney Plus, sir. On Disney Plus.
Where does what stream?
The X-Men. Streams on that plus Disney Channel.
So I want these feet to be articulated, so I think we're gonna have to do a little camel vroom vroom. It's gonna be a blasty blast.
I think my next purchase that's going to be funded by Patreon. Patrons, you're more than welcome to advise your friends to join in, or if you're new here, check it out. Is I think it's not DeWalt, Ryobi Dremel that runs off one of their batteries. It's a rotary tool. It's not a Dremel by brand, but I'll be damned if that thing doesn't work great. I got one for Jason for Christmas, and he uses it on his trucks and stuff that he builds, like models, and it's quiet enough to run in the house in his room while we watch TV, and like you don't even barely hear it. And I think that'll be just enough for, number 1, action figures, and number 2, to like have portable.
Yeah. I think he's not gonna have the sword.
Fuck that sword. Get out of here, sword.
And also, it looks like his backpack broke off, so he's not gonna have a backpack.
Wow, you really flew into a rage when you took that guy apart, huh?
No, I think he fell and the peg broke, but I could glue on the backpack, but that might just look dumb. I think it looks cooler without it. I think putting a cape on it or something would be much cooler. And you don't need a jetpack if you got a cape.
You don't need a jetpack if you have a cape. You should put that on a shirt.
Name the episode that.
I don't know what that is. Are you okay?
Just rocking out, bro. Just rocking out with my cock in.
With your cock in?
Yeah, it wasn't that out. Now the arms. What are we gonna do about the arms?
He tucks it into his own butthole so he doesn't lose it.
That's a secret. It was a secret.
I call that method the Josh Brolin method.
Sorry. Right?
No worries.
I don't think I can get this custom done in a night. Might be too much to take on.
See, that's why I save like body swaps and shit for late night customs or ones that I can come back to for other streams.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
We might have to get real.
Reels, Instagram Reels. All right, so I've got that star on the chest mostly off. I think I'll be able to cover it. So it won't really be an issue. You like how I said that like Stewie from fucking Family Guy? It's you.
Like him.
So now we've got shield that
though.
I want to magnetize, which makes me want to put magnets in both arms and his back, so he can throw the shield up on his back, but also wink. I don't know. We'll see. Let's do a little more.
I've never done magnets on the 118.
Oh, they're so easy.
I've done them on a cat and 112.
Yeah, it's quite literally the same thing. I just have much smaller, stronger magnets. Okay. I'm just using anybody playing along at home, I'm using a nail file. I get them at the dollar store. There's like 10 in a pack. It used to be 20 in a pack, but now they've screwed around because of, the economy and made them the same price or more expensive for less, which is a bummer. But again, I mean, it's still a bargain of getting 10 of anything these days, for less than $2. So that's not me shilling for old dollar store either. That's just the way it is. In the words of Tupac.
Alright, so he can't hold on to a gun. That's cool. Fucking cool.
What did you do? Do you need a hug?
I can't do hands right now. No, man, this gun's so damn big. It just doesn't work on anybody.
Hey Bjorn, is it an anxiety thing, or just you're just restless?
Is it fine?
Bjorn is asking in the chat why he can't just relax. That was my question.
Have you tried smoking anything?
Like a nice brisket or tenderloin?
Or THC?
Isn't that drugs?
I mean, depends on where you're from.
That's true. A little restless. Yeah, dude, it happens sometimes. Honestly, if you have like some tea, like a nice, good blend of tea, just have a cup of that. Smoke brisket, not meth. That's good. That is a good life motto.
I'd not say do meth.
Well, I mean, I didn't not say do meth, so.
You should not do meth. That'd be a public fucking service announcement right here.
This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady.
Don't do meth, okay?
It's easy, okay?
Meth is bad.
Meth is bad, okay? Let's get some magnets out. See, I keep magnets on motherfucking lock.
Damn. Every magnet ever.
Oh no, it's not every magnet ever. It's I got these big boys here, which are more for like refrigerator magnets, and then I got these guys, which are for miniatures, which are way smaller, but they're also stronger. They're 1/16 by 1/8 magnets. Three. Okay, so I've got 3 magnets.
I cannot hold a fucking gun.
Why is it always about guns with you?
Well, guess what? He's not gonna get a gun now. He's gonna have to fight with his hands.
They don't call him Fisto Jones for nothing.
Actually, there's a reason. There's many reasons why.
He's asked him to stop calling him that. Nobody will. He's like, please stop calling me that. And I'm like, okay, Fisto.
He's like, one time, shit got crazy.
Hey, man, some people know how to party and some don't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And again, using my pin vise, I'm just going to countersink a hole. Countersink a hole right in the center. I'm not going to go all the way through because we don't want to do that. We want to just get it deep enough so that the magnet can sit flush.
Give it a kiss.
Maybe a little proud. It can sit maybe a little proud, but I prefer that it sits perfectly flush just for my own selfish purposes. And by selfish purposes, I mean just because I want it to sit flush. Let's see. Yeah. So I've got 3 magnets. I'm going to pull one off. And these fuckers are strong, so I pull one off, and then I use my workbench. We've got a little raised table to hold the other piece of magnet because of the other 2 pieces. Because if I don't, it'll just fly back to them. And while we love a good flying magnet here at Famine Studios, we don't need flying magnets.
Give him an axe.
Like body spray?
Little can of body spray.
That'd be funny. Fucking get away from me!
What the fuck, man? Was that axe?
Old Spice, Jesus Christ!
Is that chocolate? That was my favorite axe.
The chocolate one.
So good.
Bjorn, if you wish you were working on something, man, you could doodle in your notebook or.
I'd lick your neck right now, Bjorn, if you got an axe on.
Here I've taken the magnet and I put it on the sanding stick, and because it's so small, I put my thumb over it like this and hold it, and then I just go back and forth, and that scuffs up the shiny surface of the magnet and lets the glue grab onto it better. So it gives it some purchase. Some tooth, as it were.
Teeth is.
Some teethies. All right, so we're going to put a drop of Supergirl.
I don't like this.
Josh watching 2 guys kiss for the first time.
It's not true.
And then if you're super smart like me, make sure that when you go to level the magnet into the hole, you use a metal knife so that you can't take it away from there and it just keeps flopping around. Yeah. We're smart here over at Famine Studios. And then super glue the fucking magnet to your fingy. That's important.
Don't forget that step.
Yep, that's key. So now let me find something wooden to push that in with. Madam, can I push in your stool? You gotta buy me dinner first.
With my wooden? No, nothing. Okay.
No, I heard you. It's a
Well,
family.
usually that would provoke a response.
Well, didn't you hear me? I said you got to buy me dinner first.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My internet is awesome. Did I mention how great it is?
Your internet is really great. I like your internet.
It's a good time. Oh, maybe one of these pins will work. You guys got. What do you have? Oh man, this dude's legs keep popping off.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. And now I'm just using Instaset Zap Kicker to kick that super glue. Or like Sir Mix-a-Lot, if you dial 1-900-Mix-a-Lot, you can kick those nasty thoughts. So it works out.
Your baby's got back.
Yep. She's got that LA face and an Oakland booty.
35, 34, 36. I don't know if that was.
Only if she's 5'3". And now we know the magnets work. They stay inside the shield. So now I've got a little magnetic shield. Look at that, Winsilla. Look at me. Look at me, a little Winsilla.
That's really magnetic. Jesus. Yeah, you gotta give me a link.
Fallout is coming to Fortnite. You need a link to these magnets?
Mm-hmm.
I can help you with that. Oh, here's another tip for you. If you're unsure of which side needs to be the negative and the positive, however you originate that, take the side that isn't touching the magnet, scuff that up, and get it on there. Well, you can scuff up both sides first, but the key here is you're going to take a Sharpie and you're going to go ahead and make a mark on the back of it, and that's going to be the side that gets glued to the opposite side.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought so. And if you can, get yourself one of these tech markers, because it is like quite permanent on metal. Even with like acetone or anything.
Anything like that, as he's about to say. I don't know where he went. I think he's trying to one camera himself, and you guys got me.
Very weird. Yeah, it is quite permanent, and they're called Sharpie tech markers.
Welcome back. Did you go take a snooze?
Yeah, I did. I laid down.
Took a little nappy.
Little famine nappy naps. And I just lay it on there thick and I let it dry, but there's, you see how it's dark. Then you're going to know which side, when you go to insert it into the other hole, it's that one.
It's a beat up one.
You know your magnet is going to stick to this correct spot. Now I could do
tricks.
I could do the robot arm, but I feel like if that were the case, Scott would be using the blaster, the repulsor blaster in that arm instead of the shield. So I think I'll put the magnet in the non-robot arm and then one on the back. So I'll do a quick little forearm surgery here. And again, we're just going deep enough so that the magnet can sit flush. And then this way I can kind of paint over it and cheat a little bit. And then we'll take the safety knife, because again, want to open that hole just up a little bit more around the edge, so when you push it in, almost like the outside material kind of bulbs over that magnet, which that was a series of words in a sentence, but it made sense in my brain. Just open that up a little more.
I don't know why this guy is gonna have to have these type of weapons. No! Yo, this guy gets no weapons. You know what? I don't even want to put this vest on him anymore. You don't deserve this.
Damn. Wenzilla giving him the fucking business. Tell him
This
he
guy's
don't
done.
deserve it.
He doesn't.
Axion, how's it going?
You don't get the cool guy vest anymore. Be a punk. Be a punk. Good job, Joey Toy, your stupid hands. No!
Okay. This
Ooh,
guy.
maybe you carry a baseball bat. We do a baseball bat.
This little hole
Looks
doesn't want to. Hey, Stark. Knock it off. Thank you, sir. You're a true testament to your species. And I'm just having to open this hole up a little bit because, like I said, this plastic is rubbery, or I guess plasticky. And while I removed a lot of
to do it slowly.
What's that?
There's a trick to gaping.
Yeah, that's true. You can't just throw it into the hole. You gotta open it up. Then slide it in.
Okay, most important, lubrication.
Spit on it.
Whatever it takes. As Captain America said, see how we're tying this back in?
That's what I was going to say. Just like Captain America, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Did you hear about the news that leaked about Cap?
No.
We're going to get a 6-episode miniseries with Chris Evans as Captain America about him returning all the Infinity Stones.
Oh. That'd be cool.
I agree. It'd be so funny if he gets home, he finally sits down on the couch with Peggy, and then Steve appears, or Tony appears, and he's like, dude, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go now.
Hey, anyway, Disney can make more money.
Well, that is the one question that a lot of people had after was like, how does he get the stones back? Especially since a lot of those situations when they left were in like utter chaos.
Mm-hmm. Timeline's tricky, you see.
Yeah. You mean to tell me Back to the Future's bullshit? That fucking got me. That line absolutely sent me. This whole time, Back to the Future bullshit.
One of my favorite heroes.
Is it just Scott, or do you like all Ant-Man?
I like the comic version of Scott a lot, but the movie one, I mean, I'll take Paul Rudd doing anything. So I get that they couldn't go the same route as the comic. I understand.
Yeah.
But I do like the comics a lot. So, and I like Hank. Hank's cool. So
Yeah, they kind of did Hank dirty.
Like
You know,
in
for
the comic,
yeah, for no reason other than the artist drew a scene in a certain way, and then they just ran with it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why he has the reputation of being a wife beater, because the scene was written and yeah, how it was drawn basically steered that character for years.
That sucks. But you need a wife beater to have a good guy.
Sometimes you do.
Or to make that wife come back and kill him like J-Lo.
Yep.
The Adolf movie reference.
Or she'll, get dinner done on time. I'm kidding. That was terrible. Why would you say that, Josh?
Hey, I did. First time I didn't say something bad. We can't be canceled. There's nothing to cancel us from.
One day when I'm president, they're going to bring this up and try and cancel me.
President of what?
My own little micro country because America fell.
You could be the president of Grime.
President of crime?
No, Grime City.
Oh.
Or Gimmick, not Grime. Gimmick. God.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Who's Grime? Oh,
be District 3.
District 3. Why was I thinking that? Jesus, I'm tired.
Yeah, you need to go to bed, Buddy Bear.
I need it. Why isn't this tightening?
Because you went too fast.
Do you hate when your Dremel doesn't tighten up?
Yeah. I just do not get why this is not fucking going into this hall.
We're having issues.
We really are.
Who wants to watch two guys figure nothing out?
Who wants to watch two guys struggle to jam something into a small hole? Oh, wait, that's an entire internet.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm even using pliers. Alright, I'm gonna go mute for a second.
He's going mute, guys. So I think part of the problem is that there's little bits of plastic in here. And I'm just spitballing. Look at him. He's a wild Wenceller working his Dremel. He eases over the figure, carefully puncturing a hole. Watch out now. There's bits flying around. He doesn't have PPE on. His eyeballs are going to get debris in them. And then he's not going to be able to see the figure at all. And I know you're saying to yourself, Famine, did you say debris? And I said, yes, I did. Debris. I've got a pretty good idea of why this isn't working. So, because this is a very floppy plastic, there's nothing rigid behind it. I'm pushing into the rubber and it's just like collapsing in on itself. So, in order to avoid that, I'm going to put something in the hole. Then I should be able to insert the magnet. Come on. Damn, I really thought that would solve the problem. Alright. Debris. Yep, that's the way to say it. Sometimes I like to say detritus, and people get all confused as to what I'm talking about.
Alright, got 1 foot in.
Yeah! But that took a lot of lube.
I mean, I just smashed the wall. I mean, I smashed it all out. Oh, this guy's definitely be sitting crooked in every photo, though, just so everyone's aware ahead of time. It's not a perfect science.
You know what's funny is we've done this shit before, and yet we still struggle with it from time to time.
Every time. It's always different.
That's for sure.
Hopefully it's the right foot. Or the left foot.
Womp, womp, womp.
Ah.
Why won't you go in?
This is a crazy process. I bet you more for that. I bet your Bo will be like, "What did you do to my figure? Like, it made him pretty.
I made him lovely.
I made him pretty."
I was just gonna say he's a pretty boy now.
Alright, okay, Dremel. Hey, Dremel one more time.
Ow! Ow! That's too big. That's also too big. That somehow might work. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Don't you ease on out of there, you son of a... See what I was saying? How it's like pushing it out? Now that that's in there, giving her all she's got. Give her a little bit of glue over top. Then, actually, just taking the glue over the edges, and then I will spritz it with some of that kicker again. Okay. Let me take that out so that doesn't stick. Wipe off the excess. Or the access, as half the YouTubers out there say, and it makes me want to rage, and I can't tell if they're just doing that for like engagement baiting. Like, oh, I said a word wrong, and people will comment, or if they just don't know that excess and access are two different things. This is the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah, you do die on some weird hills sometimes.
It's really strange, man. Trust me.
I'm here for it, bro.
I wish,
it's all right.
I wish I didn't.
Hey, man, it's part of the stuff I like about you, you know? We all have something.
All right, there we go. Now we got a magnetic shield in Cat's arm. Look at that. Pink.
Like, Taylor's biggest thing is people that park in handicap spots that don't have a handicap thing, and especially at Walmart where it's for vans only and cars will park there.
Yeah.
That'll drive her crazy.
Well, which is weird because the Waltons should fucking know.
Well, she, works with handicapped vans, and when they go to get a spot, they can't park anywhere.
Yep.
Fucked up. You should get a ticket, like a good ticket, so you'll never do that again.
I just had to run in and get my groceries for the month.
Mm-hmm. The world is a vampire.
Sent to drain?
It is. I want to smash some pumpkins right now. I do.
All right.
All right.
That hole was perfectly sized for a magnet. That's what she said.
Chick magnet. We are literally down.
That doesn't look bad at all either. Like just that little.
It don't look bad.
Not from where I'm sitting, Cotton. It don't look bad at all.
Now we're gonna do some real surgery. Dude, I
And
kind
just
of like
doing
this guy being all gold. I'm not gonna lie. It really makes his features pop.
makes them different. You don't have any all golden figures elsewhere, right?
Just the elite Amrakian guard.
Yeah. The elite. The elite. Sorry.
Maybe I need a new blade. Exacto. My
Need a new
Exacto.
New Wesley Snipes.
Somebody was comparing Wesley Snipes. Who was they comparing him to the other day? I don't remember. It'll come to me. But I was like, that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's what it was. They're comparing him to Austin St. John. Like, but one person didn't pay their taxes, the other one committed fraud. Like, that's a big difference.
Well, like Snipes wasn't just he didn't pay them; it was that he evaded them.
Right. Which isn't good. That's not good either.
Agreed. But, you know, like, it's not the same as what Austin St. John did, which was quite literally rip off other taxpayers and other people who could have used that loan. But then again, all those politicians got theirs for their, quote, businesses and got theirs forgiven, so. I'm still mad at him because he's just a normal fucking average Joe and should know better.
Dude, and I don't know if you watched that thing I sent you because it's like 5 hours long, but they showed a video of him directly, like, and because they know when all of it happened, so it would have been like a few days after he received that money, he did a video on like how to help and kind of be like outreach for people who were going through a tough time financially and how to help them with their problems. Like a few days after he did that, and he wasn't the ringleader. He was part of a big scheme that someone else was doing because he's not. I don't think he's smart enough to be the ringleader, but he was doing with someone else, so he knew what was going on. But then he said that he didn't even know who the people were when he first got arrested. When he said he wasn't guilty, and he did a video saying stuff like, guys, we're going to fight this. I'm not going to be answering any questions about this because legally it's not a good idea. It's like, no, because you're lying. Like, you're just a bad dude, which sucks because I love Tyrannosaurus and I love the Red Ranger, which I can still love Jason Lee Scott without having to like Austin St. John. Jason Grieger, whatever his real name is.
We like Rocky.
Yeah.
All right, so now I can start kind of fucking painting this guy.
Yo, so I sent you those pictures. Me standing with him.
So proud, such a young boy.
So dumb. Sorry,
young, dumb, and full of Power Ranger coins. I need to get a morpher. Like a real morpher, so I can fucking transform. Alright. Actually, I still need to do the X logo on his chest before I do anything else. Silly me. Silly famine. Well, Bjorn, I'd pay you for it. I don't know how much they are. Shoot me a price. I'd gladly work something out with you. May the power protect you. Right, Josh? Ain't that the line?
I think so. They're fucking morphers are expensive.
Yeah, I actually have a 3D print file to do one, but my resin printer hated the weight of it. It wasn't the size. I even tried to print it hollow. It was just because the angle that I kept printing it at, no matter which way I turned it, the drain holes would still fill with resin. And so it would pull the resin and it would just like be so heavy.
My coolest one that I made was sucks. Gold Zeo Ranger was my favorite Ranger. One of them. Like, you know, I always loved the auxiliary Rangers, 6 Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a golden MMPR Gold Zeo. So I got the Zeo coin and put it on the gold plates with the what is that? The Egyptian type of pattern. So that's pretty cool.
The Tray of Triforia?
Yeah. Remember those guys? I did some customs of those guys. Those sold too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw your scepter back there, his fucking power staff or whatever it's called.
I know, I got the power sword too, man. But I got Saba right up above them. So
I used to have a Saba.
I like Saba. Saba.
I wanted the Dragon Dagger. Then they came out with a new one, and I was like, ooh, let me get that. And then for whatever reason, I didn't get that. I don't know why.
Yo, you can get the gold staff right now for like $75, the legacy one.
I believe it.
I mean, Power Rangers is dead though, so see what happens with the reboot next year, but I think it's done.
It doesn't sound like they do. Is there any like, oh, here's what the rebooted series is going to be like, or here's what it's going to be about, here's who it's featuring? Has there been a cast or anything?
I saw some like rumored cast, but I don't know.
Because I knew.
I don't think it's going to be geared towards us though, is the thing. So it's still going to be like whatever. I mean, if it brings any light to Power Rangers, I'm happy. But yeah, it's not going to be geared towards me. So
I remember when what's his name was filming creating the Dark Universe or whatever the fuck he called it. The
Shattered Grid.
No. The fan film that was made by fucking what's his name, and it had Dawson and Katie Sackhoff in it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I knew through somebody who was doing the life cast and making the power suits for Katie and whoever played the Black Ranger, whose name escapes me, played Zach.
Yeah.
But I knew all about that way before it happened. And that was like my top secret thing, is I was like, I can't fucking talk about it.
I really liked it. That was really cool.
I liked it too. I think it was so lore heavy for the average fan. It probably made no fucking sense if they were just like a super casual.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about the Sprocket Army.
It was only a few minutes long. It's really hard.
Yeah, they were like talking about the Sprocket Army and stuff, and it's just like.
I think with something that short, I think you have to almost target people who know the lore or not. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have to do one or the other. Like, you don't have the option to really, But yeah. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed the new movie, the 2017 movie. I loved that.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was cool. They did some, callbacks or whatever, some nods, some tip of the hats. The newer one that was on Netflix with the old cast, Once Upon the Ring, or what the fuck is called. Didn't
Always
love
a Ranger.
It. Yeah. But I did like Cosmic Fury and stuff because my daughter and I watched it. But my daughter and I watched the new show with Billy and Zach, and it was just very confusing to her, and she's seen them all multiple times. And I was like, they're trying to kind of wrap it all up in a bow. They're trying to explain a lot in a little bit of time. But I get it. But Trini dying so quickly and Rita killing her, I don't know.
Yeah,
That just wouldn't happen. And then Billy like saying to Zach, "Well, Zordon wouldn't want us to do that." Like, dude, you're 50. Fuck Zordon at this point, right? You know, you're not
Yeah.
16. Oh, those are nice.
They're not, though. They're not. Look at how fucking pitted and awful these power coins were. And I got them, and I didn't. Yeah, and I didn't know, like, they were in bags, and so you couldn't see. But like, there's all kinds of fucking, you know, inclusions in the resin. Coin. A lot of hitting. Oh, that's gorgeous.
The challenge, you know, from Buzz's Toy Room on eBay. I always forget his name, but that's his eBay handle.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really nice. He does a lot of these. Starlight Studios, dude. If you're looking for coins, Starlight Studios. Yeah, keep this bad boy up here because I have some custom pops of Zilla up here when I was doing drag. Pretty funny. It was the gear that I wore first, so it's very different. It's not very different, but there's differences in the armor because Draken wasn't fully out yet. So the guy who was doing my suit, my armor, was just following the pattern and taking his own. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know because there's no back of him. And like, you know, he didn't come out like I don't know if the commercial is out yet for Boom Comics or not, but I was like one of the first people to wear it. Me, Chris Katana, and Patrick Sky, which are both amazing individuals, but really good. Yeah, really good cosplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick's really good.
Patrick, Sony, and Christ, there's one more. Those folks, Eddie. Okay. Those three ran together a lot at conventions and did the Ranger shit.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be cool when you meet the guys who like the other Drakens, you know what I mean? But like, we weren't always, you know, I don't even think we were wearing Draken stuff when we seen each other. But actually, when I met Chris, we were both in street clothes. I was like, Chris, what's up? He's like, hey man. I was like, we started talking, and then he saw I was doing cosplays. Like, you want to do some videos on like through grown ass? Well, that's wrong. Muscle Geek Physique. I'm in too many groups. Muscle Geek Physique, and you know, James took care of it, and we did some awesome stuff. A lot of stuff that we didn't air, like all the stuff we shot with Brendan, the Red Dino Charge Ranger, we didn't air it, but he was a really awesome, just an awesome person too.
Nice.
It's nice when you meet a ranger who's actually, you know, really nice.
Cool and not a fucking dickhead.
Not doing coke, you know.
Hey man, shift into turbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey dude, we all wanted to be you son of a bitch. Like, actually though, really cool guy. Like, I don't want to complain too much. He's actually a really awesome dude, so yeah. Only issues I ever
Child stars, man.
Yeah.
Child stars.
Yeah. Still a really cool guy. Doing had some habits. Doesn't mean he does it today, man. That was years ago. So
he's moved on to bigger and stronger.
Oh boy. I don't know. I'm completely out of the community. Like, I'll see a post every once and again because I really don't follow a lot of them. Like, a lot of the guys like that I actually like linked up with, I still follow and I care about what they're doing. Like Brennan, one of them. I don't know. We just had a really cool, I guess, run or whatever you want to call it. We did some really cool stuff together, and
you guys made it.
He made me feel special because he was like, "Hey, take photos of this stuff and put it on. You know, send me the photos." And then he gave me like a necklace of like there's like one in like 80 or 100 of the Dino gem from him. It's like a cool thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got like a cool case. Like, it's like rock, like resin rock, all painted up, and then you open it up and he's got like a little script in there and stuff. It's kind of a memento. And then we got the cool picture together. Like where it's me and him back to back like this. I'm in the supercharged stuff, and he's in the regular suit.
Who's the other Ranger that's in Legend of the White Dragon, whose name escapes me?
Oh, Jason Faunt.
Yeah, Jason Faunt. I met him. My buddy Frank.
Yeah, he's
he met him and did the photo op with him, and he was like, here, take a bunch of photos. He's like, take a bunch of pictures. He's like, don't just take one. And so he took like 3 or 4 photos with my friends, and I thought that was really cool of him. Because like some people were literally like, it's one and done. Like you take your photo, and then you get the fuck on. And he took a bunch, and then he was talking to us about a local restaurant he went to, and my sibling was working there at the time. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's blah, blah, blah. My sibling works there in the kitchen. He was like, oh, the food was really good. And it's right, it's this place right over here, right? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. And he was like, oh, very cool.
That's awesome.
Why, is he a weirdo? Does he touch dogs or something?
I just had a bad experience with him, but it was whatever. But I know a lot of people say that they don't like Steve or whatever, but I made him before it was cool, and they put out this new legendary morpher or whatever. We were making them back in the day, and I made one for Steve Cardenas because we went to a small show here in Michigan, and my middle child, she's watched all the stuff with me also. But you freeze? Did I freeze?
No, I'm here. I'm painting. I'm sorry.
Oh. No, I thought my internet went out. So we were walking in, and we were walking towards the back, and she was like, Rocky, and he was like, oh my god. He like came up and gave her a hug. Like she was like she was the star. And she took a picture with him, and she's all little and shit still, and it was like really cool. So, and he treated her like she was, and she was like, dude, and it was really cool to see that as a dad, like to see her be like, I remember when you did this, and that. Like it was so cool. Because it's weird when it's me doing it. Like, dude, I remember the time when you were like, I don't think so, not today, pal. You know what I mean? Like that'd be weird. Yeah. But when a kid's like, I did do it to one person. Dang it, what's his name? John Bernthal.
Yeah.
I did it to him. We were working at the Comic-Con in Novi, and he was at it. There's a bunch of Walking Dead people there, but he just got done with Punisher. And I was like, dude, you went total Shane in the prison or whatever, in the jail scene. I was like, you went total Shane. He's like, yeah. Like, it was pretty cool. But
yeah, he was the shit when I met him at New York City.
Dude, he has so much swagger, bro. Like,
yeah, and he's very, when he speaks to you, it feels like he's speaking just to you, and he's not like, like talking to everybody else, like he's having a conversation with you. And that was like a really cool thing. But he was in the middle of filming Punisher, like he was taking breaks, coming to the Comic-Con, doing the meet and greets and the photo ops, and then going back, getting an hour rest, and then getting back to filming. So I asked him, because initially I was like, oh, are you on break, or did you guys wrap? And he's like, oh, we don't get breaks. He's like, this was negotiated for me. And I was instead of talking to him about Punisher and shit, because literally every fucking guy was going up to him and talking about Punisher, I talked to him about Fury, because I absolutely loved that movie. My Uncle Bert was in World War II. He was airborne, but he had told me stories about the tankers, and just the way he described how crazy those guys were. Like John Bernthal's character in specific, like embodied that. And it was like so cool. And he's like, I'm just an actor, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but I appreciate that. Like those guys were, something else. And anytime I can bring some realism to, what they did. And it's great to hear that. And, thanks for sharing that with me and blah, blah, blah. It was really cool. And,
did he have a cutoff hoodie on, like with no stomach?
No, unfortunately. I wish he did.
He was wearing like a crop top when I saw him. I'm like, dude, you could totally pull this off. Like huge work boots, jeans, and a crop top, bro. I was like, that's awesome. Like nobody else can pull this off in this room. Like,
yeah, he was wearing a messy hoodie, some jeans, and a pair of combat boots.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Like it would not have surprised me if that was like his lower half of the outfit from the Punisher, and he just didn't take it off for photo ops. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
I saw. So it's crazy because I met the first person I ever met at a Comic Con was because I was there kind of early and he had no one at his booth and he was setting up and I went over and started talking to him. And his name's Josh Stewart. He was in Punisher. He was a bad guy. Is he like Amish or something at the end?
In season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I met him. Yeah, I met him like my first Comic Con. So years before he did that. Like years.
Oh, nice.
And he did like the movie. Man, what was the name of it? They had a sequel to it. Also, he was in. It was like a horror movie where he's like trying to rob the place, and when he goes to rob it, there's someone there to kill the people or whatever.
Yeah. Lights Out.
The Collector.
Okay.
And then Collector 2, or The Collection was the next one. But he was the main guy in both. And so I knew him from that. I was like, oh shit, what's up, man? And he's like, I'm doing a Walking Dead web series. And I was like, I'll check it out. That was pretty good. But then I always remember he was is it AJ's husband on Criminal Minds? AJ or JJ?
Criminal Minds isn't one that I've watched.
Well, he was her husband, and he had this horrible like New Orleans accent. I always thought it was funny because it was so bad. But yeah, he's always been on there. He's on the new Criminal Minds that came out. Like he doesn't do a lot of stuff, but he's also like he does like on his Instagram. He has like at the time he didn't have like more than a couple hundred people following him, and he gave me his Instagram, and he would take photos, like really cool, like artsy, like dark photos, and I really enjoyed like just following what he did. So, but he's really nice. But anyway, so it was cool that I met him years before, and then I could put the pictures together of when I met both the guys from Punisher.
Yeah. Speaking of Punisher, the FBI agent, and spoilers for season 1 if anybody hasn't seen it. The FBI agent that gets killed in the second to last episode, he was the one that was helping the main agent. He was at our convention, and the guy that runs Rhode Island's like PR for their conventions, are the ones that also ran Albany Comic-Con, or not Albany Comic-Con, excuse me, Empire State Comic-Con. He had mentioned him to me, and so when we were passing through, he saw me with him and came over, and he was like, hey, blah, blah. He's like, are you guesting this convention? And I was kind of like, what the fuck? And then he was like, oh yeah, I mentioned that, the dude in the Hellboy suit would be there and blah, 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 because he likes Hellboy. And he was like super excited and asked me 20 questions. I was like, dude, you were fucking phenomenal in your show. Oh, it was when I was Negan. That's what it was. He liked The Walking Dead. And so he was like, oh my God, this is fucking great. And he's looking at the bat and he's like, is that teeth on there? And I was like, yeah, I put a couple teeth. He's like, what is a scalp? And I was like, yeah, that's Glenn's scalp. You can tell because it's, stuck to the bat, and, just having fun with him. And he was like geeking the fuck out over this
cool.
Negan costume.
Something
like,
you made. Yeah.
And he's like, I love this. And I was like, dude, I really loved you in The Punisher. Like, it's a shame that your character, doesn't come. He's like, I love you in your show.
He died. Did he die at Frank's place or whatever?
No, he was the one that got shot at the by the mobster in his house. Like, he fucking put the curtain up and blew his fucking. No, that was the. Maybe he did die at Frank's. But yeah, it was something fucking horrible.
Okay.
Happened to him, and but yeah, he was very cool. And I saw something recently that he was going to be in, and I was like, like, I remember you.
That's cool, man.
Sound like a crazy person. I remember you in the thing.
Dude, you want to know some of the coolest people I met was in Lexington. I spent hours talking to the main lady. I forgot her name. I forgot the name of the show. It's on Sci-Fi. It's a zombie show.
Z Nation.
Yes. The black lady who's like the main character?
Yes.
Yeah, she was awesome. one of the coolest. Like we're showing pictures of our kids to each other. Like I let her because they weren't that busy, so I just sitting there chatting with them, showing her picture of the kids and stuff. She's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful!" Like it was. And then the guy who plays the one who's infected, he was there. He was super nice, and then the old man, he was there. They're all just super down to earth. And I was like, what was the budget and stuff? I was like, because I can see in some of the scenes like cars driving by, and it's supposed to be like apocalypse, you know. But like when they're doing the Area 51 or the Alien, when they're in the Alien town. You can see cars going by in the background, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. But it's kind of cool because they didn't have a bunch of money to make this in the first season, or probably ever, really. But
yeah, FX does shows as cheap as possible when they can.
It was a really good show to binge. Like
they filmed one of the episodes of the new Walking Dead show, or one of the new Walking Dead shows, in Albany, and like they literally used our skyline and made it all decrepit and shit for one of the episodes. So I thought that was super cool. And it was funny because they filmed part of Punisher Season 2 in Albany behind my girlfriend's house. Everybody assumed, because there was a Walking Dead production in town, that John Bernthal was reprising his role as Shane somehow. What didn't help is that he was in a cop uniform because they had stolen that whole ambulance fucking chase. So he was in the cop uniform. So everyone was convinced when they saw John Bernthal in his police uniform that he was doing Shane. And I'm like, no. Like, Shane dead. Like, that's the Shane.
Yeah, Shane coming back.
And, but yeah, it was like fucking people were, I have the set sign because they filmed in town for like 3 or 4 days because it was a major stunt piece. So they like took over the road. They set up like it was crazy. And they left one of the set signs. It was filming under the code name Crime, the show was, so it was Crime 2. And I snagged one of the signs, and I've still got it, and it was like made out of like this really thick, durable plastic. So the next time Bernthal's at a local con, I'm going to go there and get him to sign that and tell him the story. But I just thought
cool.
That was super neat. Yeah, they filmed a bunch of stuff.
He would enjoy that too, like that story.
Yeah. That movie Salt with Angelina Jolie. Where she's on the DC freeway, that's actually Albany. So they were doing the stunts. They let my grandpa and I through. They were letting through like 20 cars at a time on the road, and then they would shut it back down and let 20 through after they did the shot. So we were underneath Angelina Jolie and her stunt double, probably like 2 cars back from the bridge where they had it blocked off so that they could film without people, cars being in the shot. And like I'm looking up there and I'm like, that's weird. Like there's a person up there and we're trying to figure it out. And then I'm like, God, she's pretty, and so is she. Like the stunt double was pretty too. And then we went home. A couple of weeks later, they were talking about, do you remember in Albany? Blah 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 blah. Well, it was actually Angelina Jolie filming. I'm like, you raggedy bitches. Like I could have shouted like, I love you. You're gorgeous. Continue making good things. But they the White House plumbers. That Woody Harrelson Watergate movie show, rather miniseries on HBO. They filmed that in Albany because our courthouse looks like how the courthouse used to look in Washington, D.C. So they filled the streets with old cars and shit, old buses from D.C. and all this stuff. And they were like really well kept. So everything gorgeous and pristine. That was fucking super cool to see. I've got a bunch of pictures of just driving around looking at the buses and cars and stuff.
That would be fun.
What else?
Jason Momoa was here a bunch for filming stuff, but I don't know. I never saw him. Not in my town, but he bought a bar and stuff here. Or a beer company.
Yeah, you would need a car here, where you are. You don't want to get shot walking around.
No, I said he bought a bar or a beer company.
Well, damn, now my joke fell flat.
He yelled some explicit things at me when I was in the Power Ranger line.
Nice.
But I still went and saw him, and he was the most beautiful man I've ever seen. So.
Did he say? Was it mean things to you that he was saying, or?
Oh yeah.
What did he say?
It was 9 o'clock in the morning. It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and he had a beer in one hand, and he had a beer in his back pocket and like a do-rag or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, We're just standing there like, I can't wait to see the Green Ranger, my first superhero or my childhood hero I was gonna see.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Hey, F you, you Ranger F." I was like, "Wow." He's like, Oh, he had a beer. He's like, I was like, "Wow, he's really mean." Then I went to
Then
his Q&A, and he was amazing.
you went and gave him kisses.
I didn't, but there's a girl who was dressed like the queen, dragon queen.
Yeah.
And she asked a question, she's like, "What do you put in your hair?" He's like, "You want to touch it?" And she was like, whatever. He walks over to her chair and he starts like grinding on her. He's like, "I use coconut oil, like my mom told me." And then he got off of her and she's like, "Oh my God."
Wow.
It's so stupid and weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we were all hyped though. I was like, "Yeah, dance on her."
That's fucked
Magic
up.
Mike.
Magic
Magic Mike
Mike.
all day. Oh shit. It's a weird time in my life.
I would say so. They Gilded Age on HBO. They film that here in Albany and Troy, and actually they leave the sets up at night. So like after they're done filming at 3:00 because it's so hot in the summertime, that's when they have to film. People with like costumes from steampunk and Victorian age dresses and shit go and take pictures on the sets and stuff. They literally
That's cool.
They literally turn the streets into dirt streets for horse and carriage. So like you can't drive cars and stuff on there, so you can just walk around basically Victorian New York City in quotes. And they use our park in Albany, Washington Park, because it was designed to be like Central Park with tropical plants, which is what Central Park was actually populated with for a very long time. And they use that as like the stand-in. And it was just fucking so cool. And they like have the horses like like it sucks that the horses get penned like that, but they have the horses right there, and sometimes the trainers will be out walking them around. You can go up and talk to them about the horses in the show, and you can meet famous horses. Is basically what I'm telling you.
That's not something to blink at. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and they're doing season 3. They were just in Albany scouting new shooting locations, and they like pay landlords like X amount of money to use the front of their buildings, and so they'll like come in and they'll dress them up to look a little more Victorian than they were, and it's really fucking wild how quick. And then basically they tell the residents, "Hey, we're filming between here and here. If you want to be an extra, you can try and come, be an extra. You can watch filming, but we just ask that you keep your windows closed, so that we can keep these facades up." And for the most part, people do, and nobody really bitches because it brings in a lot of fucking money for the city. I think they offered like $3,000 per apartment for like each week that the buildings that they were gussying up for filming and stuff. Like it made people in the city a lot of money and helped a lot of the local economies too, because like the actors and actresses will go to the local places for breakfast, for dinner afterwards. They stay in Albany, they go to the bars. It's not like they drive back to New York City or anything like that. So that's been pretty cool. The other guys, the scene where The Rock and Sam Jackson's characters bite it in the beginning, they filmed part of that scene there, and then the helicopter bit they filmed right there too. And that was really cool. And what's funny is this was back when The Rock was like, quote, out of the WWE, and they were in Monday Night Raw, was doing Monday Night Raw that day. And I'm like, if he fucking comes back in Albany, I will be so furious. Thank goodness he didn't. But I was like so fucking geeked, man. I was like, oh my God, The Rock's in town. This is amazing. Samuel L. Jackson. Holy shit. It's fucking Ray Arnold from Jurassic Park. Hold on to your butt.
That's your Samuel Jackson?
No, that's not my Sam Jackson voice. That was me just geeking out. Like, holy shit.
No, I mean, that's Sam Jackson. You was Jurassic Park Sam Jackson.
That's Jurassic Park is my all-time favorite movie.
I know, but okay.
Nick Fury. Yeah, that's fine. Nick Fury. I could do that.
Nick Fury? He's done so many other things.
Yeah. Hateful Eight. Could I go by that? You want me to do that one?
Yep, that works. That's what I was looking for.
But
That was the
no,
one.
they've been doing so much. Girls, I think that's the show. Girls filmed a couple of things here in Albany.
Yo, have you ever watched the show Ghost? And is that filmed in New York?
Ghost.
Yeah, it's like a comedy sitcom. It's pretty funny. Like I watch stuff just to have on. You know, it's not always what I'm into, but it's just for me to go as a good one-liner or whatever. But it has a lot of that.
I don't think I've ever heard of that, Josh. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's on CBS. It's like a 22-minute show or some shit. But it's on
the one where everybody's dead?
Yeah, not everybody, but yeah. You want me to spoil it for you? Alright, so in the first episode, this lady, she's working in the city, her and her husband are in the city, and they're just kind of like, they show up in this office and like, you have a great aunt that passed away, and she left you her house. And they get there and it's a mansion. She's like, well, we'll take a look at it. And then they're like, let's make it into a bed and breakfast. And then it's all the complications and hilarity that goes into that. They move there. And then while she's like walking down the stairs, there's a ghost that can like move stuff, but it's like takes everything for him to like move stuff. And he like pushes over a vase and she trips over it, falls, has a near-death experience, and now she can see them, but her husband can't. But he's like fully committed. He's like, I'm with you. If you see them, they're here. And like, and then he starts, you know, there's more things that turn up where he's like, yeah, they're actually here. So they could be watching the basketball game with one of the guys who's a ghost, but she has to tell him everything that he's saying. Like, and then she'll be talking. He's like, who's in here right now? And she'll be like, whatever ghost is in there. But it's really funny. It's a fun show. Because the people that die on that land are from different times and different stuff. There's like a Viking. There's just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's filmed anywhere near here. It might be filmed in L.A.
It says.
Have a good night, dude.
I know. It says it's in New York, but like that's where they go is like upstate New York or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I could look into that. Dude, I'd fucking lose my mind if a production company that does special effects opened up around here. I know there's one in Hudson, because there's a couple of film studios in Hudson, but that's a bit of a commute.
I think mostly they shoot everything like with the people who are the ghosts in the scene. Like that's what I think is crazy, because they shoot the scene with the ghosts there and then without them there. So it's a lot of camera, I'm sure, a lot of camera work, because people have to do the scene and then they have to complete the scene without the ghost, and then the ghosts are in the scene because she's talking to him, and then all those actors have to get out of the scene, and like that is really unique. It's very different, you know. But
yeah,
I haven't finished it. Like I'm on season 2 right now, but yeah. And then he ends up falling and like has a near-death experience, but he can't see them, but he thinks he can. Like it's pretty stupid. It's a good time. I don't know, just something new I started. I was like, I'm gonna try this out because I always see commercials for it at lunchtime at work, and I'm like, I'm gonna try this. It was well worth it.
Sometimes that's how I get you with those shows. You know what show got me that I didn't want it to, and then I got fucking sucked right in? Was Riverdale.
I did not get into that. It seemed great.
Because like I like Skeet Ulrich a lot, so the fact that he was in the show was enough to get me to pay attention to the television, and then just the hot chicks and all the other shit going on in there, and all of a sudden I'm fully invested in the drama. Like, bitch, what happened? Like,
yo, what was that one? Pretty Little Liars or
yeah, dude, my ex-girlfriend got me into that fucking show.
Hey, but you want to talk about a chick show that I love? Gilmore Girls.
Yep. You are a big Gilmore Girl fan.
Yeah, when we met, Scott Gunn, James Gunn's brother, the Weasel, and he's also Guardians guy.
Yep. He's Rocket and also a character in there.
It's a bunch of stuff. It's bunch of good stuff. But yeah, he's also Kurt on Gilmore Girls. And when she met him, and we've met so many people in the cons and stuff, but at this con, we were just in street clothes. We weren't working. We were just going up there to meet him, and she was like freaking out. I was like, "What is going on right now?" She's like, "I can't believe I'm going to meet him." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I had to step out of the line. I was like, "I'm not standing next to you. This is ridiculous." And she gets up there, and she's like shaking. He's like, "I'm just a human being." He's like, "It's okay." She's like, "But I love you." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" So we have a whole shelf like dedicated to him out in the kitchen. It's like
That's so funny.
it's him and the Gilmore Girls stuff. We got his action figure, and we got Gilmore Girls pops, and yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, that's one of my jams, man.
It's
Didn't
cool
think
when
it needed to come back, but
was it any good? Did you see it?
I did see it. It was okay. Didn't have to have it though.
Was not necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't the same feel, obviously.
Starting to look like Cyclops a bit, I think. / Captain America.
Or Scaptain.
Captain America. Yeah, I think I'm going to put him aside for the night, let some of this paint dry. Let my eyes rest.
I'm going to take a break on this too. But so far, I got the feet. I got the head. Oh my god, there goes the head. I don't got the head. I'm going to drumble that out more so it just tucks right in there.
You lost the head!
So with the feet, and we put a elastic strap on him too. So he's going to have a cape. Which I'm going to wire. I've just been working on the wire. I just lost the wire. Yep, that's probably gone. Nope, found it. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I think I like him gold. I really like it. I didn't think I would. And the scarf on the MRX spot, Generoso, is done.
Nice. She got her little helmet there so she don't lose it.
She got it. It's literally about to fall out of her hands. So now she can go into the world.
Nice.
He looks really good.
It'll get there. I'm not.
Wait, let me see again. What's the arm look like?
Which arm?
This left one.
I gotta give that a wash for sure. Probably some more dry brushing highlights to make it pop.
I like it. That's a good idea, man.
His son has a robot arm too. Whoa!
So weird.
Well, I mean, technically his son has the fucking technovirus in his arm, but you get what I'm saying.
Are we talking about Cable?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's Cable's daughter's name again? What?
You talking about Hope?
Yes, okay. I think it'd be cool if they did like Hope, like grown up, kicking ass.
Well, in theory, they can do that in any of the shows, really, because she does travel time and she does come back in the comics to be with the X-Men for quite some time. I feel like she was in for a 2 or 3 year run.
I don't remember a lot, but I that's cool. I'll definitely check that out.
You know,
Comics Explained or whatever.
Yeah, if Dom from Toy Domination was here, he would show you which fucking card it was that tells that story. You know, the Marvel trading cards. We don't have time for that today, though.
That's true. It's a good guy over there.
That is a good guy over there. I like him. I like him a lot.
He's good people.
He's good people. All right, Josh. I appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you. That was fun. Glad you kept me company, and I got to shoot the shit with you and share some of my lore with you guys about this.
I got to do a custom I never would have done, so.
Look at that.
And we don't know what these guys are called, or we do?
Gran, they're called.
Gran?
G-R-A-N, Gran.
Gran, okay.
Let me double check. I'll do a quick Google search. Yes, That is what they're called.
He looks really cool with armor.
Nice.
I outdid myself.
He's working hard.
I just don't know where he's gonna go now because he's gonna stay gold. I think because I put that. Maybe I'll make the pauldrons different colors or something. Because
like,
the pauldrons and the knee pauldrons are a big deal in the Warhammer world. So.
Yeah.
It means a lot, like ancestry and what pack you're in. Not pack, that's for the Space Wolf. But like what crew you're in or what, you know.
Not everybody's a Space Wolf or a fucking Space Marine.
Dude, the lore in Warhammer, first of all, confusing. But it's so metal, man. It's crazy.
I only prescribe to heresy over in this house, so.
So you know a lot about the lore. It's insane, dude.
I don't care about the games. I just happened to stumble on the lore and got sucked into it and just let the videos play in the background. And now, like,
and the way that they talk in the videos is so cool. My brother, like stuff like that. Like, ah.
And I watch. There's a
You're
YouTube channel called
Grooming
Tabletop Time, and they do a lot of Warhammer kit bashes and builds and stuff, and they'll talk about the lore, and like they work just enough in so that you learn something.
That's probably a better way to learn it all. There's so much information, dude. I have like everything in this book on Warhammer. It's crazy.
I like watching people paint the minis and then talking about them and talking about the kit bash and like their factions and why they did something that way. Like that's entertainment to me.
And I was talking to JP, one of the toy mercs, and like for hours the other night, and I'd be like, "So is this guy dead? This rock fist guy? I don't know if I have. Yeah, I got him right here. I don't think I showed you yet, but Amazon sent me the wrong one, and they sent me the right one. So he's got like pliable material. But I was wondering if he was still alive in the story, in the lore. And he's like, yeah, and he's like looked up all the stuff, but he knows all the lore. But yeah, Amazon screwed me and sent me the wrong one. They didn't send me the wrong one. Someone swapped it out and put a cheaper one in.
Yep. All those mech that Deemer gets there, those are cool. I like those. I'd love to get, like, when they come down a little bit in price, I'll probably snatch a couple up and turn them into, like, Imperial tanks.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because they just look like they'd fit right into that world easy.
Yeah.
But
well, hey, Bucky, you got your cap, I got mine. So inspired by you.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
He was never gonna have that arm until Ben got on me about it.
So I started flapping my ungrateful gums.
You said like one little thing, and it just was in my head. I was like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right. You're like, no, it'd be cool. I was like, no. I was fighting it, and then I sent you a text. I was like, guess you just spent 27 or 37, not whatever it was.
I didn't even want.
Hey, it looks great. I don't think he would have looked better the other way, so he looks so good.
Nope, nobody mentioned that I fucking chopped, by the way, that I chopped like 4 inches off my beard. Go on.
I did just now, before, when I was going like this, I looked at you and I was like...
Yeah. It's the weather's warming up, it was getting to be summery, and just like I was looking homeless, so I was like, let me trim this up.
I might cut the hair, man. It might need to go back to just having a short haircut.
Oh shit! Not gonna have the ponytail for the wedding?
I don't know, because I want to do my dreads. I want to tie them in, and I could do it now. It's long enough, but I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. Don't leave it alone. Don't scratch it.
The tape. I'm allergic to the tape.
God, of course you are.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate everybody who stuck around. I appreciate you guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe. We don't usually ramble on this long on a Friday night, but we had some fun. I do lives every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, unlike 10 p.m. Eastern that old Brad said in the World Makers Consortium. I'll throw the schedule up on the screen for you there. if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll be putting up pictures of this custom when I'm done on Instagram, and you guys can comment there as well. It's Famine Studios X. You got anything you want to plug, Josh?
No. Just check out the Instagrams, Amrex Spot, because that's where I'm doing most of my work right now. 118. So, and we just hit over 900. So I'm pumping.
Pumping dudes. All right. Have a good night, everybody.